Shalom Israel.
Shalom.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to all the brothers and them. Salakia. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Brakatam to all the brothers and them. Yahweh Shemalatan Bashim Yahushai to all the sisters. This is the I.S.U.P.K channel and Tobago. Peace and Officer 500. Officer Tazoa. Alright, and what we're going into today is our power, or your power, so-called black man, Hispanic man, requires separation and absolute obedience. Alright? For far too long, because of the lies of your enemies and the money-hungry, grubby, lustful black leaders and pastors, Christian pastors, and all these other religious leaders, Muslim, this one, that one, Egyptology, all of that garbage have been separating us by making the Bible a fable, and the Bible is not that kind of book. You know, right. It ain't nothing to play with. All right, and just because of that, our people really destroyed in terms of how we just perceive things, how we just look at things, how we just look at each other. You know what I mean? How we just deal with situations, right? As opposed to all the wisdom that's in the Bible, right? And through our records, we'd see where the Lord is talking about everything that He set in place and how He continue to repeat Himself over and over and to show, you know, what does He have, what does He require, right? For the words, as the world's supposed to run, or the society is supposed to run and govern by order, laws, structure, righteousness, you know what I mean? And continue to thrive and grow and build and become more stronger, you know what I mean? More righteous. And let's be glorious on the face of the earth, you know what I mean? Something like in King Solomon time. All right? And with that, we go into the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verses 30 to 31. Proverbs chapter 21, yeah? 21? Yeah, verses 30 to 31. The
book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 30. There is no wisdom, no understanding, no counsel against the Lord.
All right, so the Lord said through His prophet, you know, there's no wisdom, no so-called information, no counsel, and like the UN and all this garbage. That is why they catch on off guard. They get the surprise. They expect anything like this to happen. Right. But they go against the Lord. Right. All the customs, understand, all the counsel, all the information, all the strategy is against what the Lord put up. They're not supposed to be ruling the earth. We're supposed to be on the earth. All right?
The horse is prepared against the day of battle. But safety is of the Lord.
Right? So the horse prepared for the battle. Mother of all bombs, Moab, right? And all this garbage. Or they have supersonic missiles now that nobody can take down, right? But nobody can stop the coronavirus.
That's right. Space Force.
Yeah, Space Force and all this garbage. You know what I mean? Not the Lord. So all can have all different types of structure, how much money, how much trillions of dollars. Who is the name of them? Russia and them can keep up. That ain't going against that can't stand up against the Most High power. Right? So the horse prepared for the battle. We could do as much as we could, which we should do in wisdom, right? To fight against our enemies. But again, the power, you understand, the authority, everything like that, just come from the Most High power. He is the one that's going to see it in their trouble. That's like He'll do today. Alright? Go ahead.
Like I said, you don't want to bring on this kind of heavy because all the money and all this power that most people have.
Right.
The money can't protect them from this coronavirus.
Correct.
So, you know, the horse prepared, they have the house, the mansion, the money.
Right.
But that protection, that safety,
correct.
The most side.
That's right.
You want to protect the overall.
That's right there. So He's sending the hits, you know what I mean? So a man could have, how you call it, as I would say, I can't say, you know what I mean? As the other one say, no. A man could have all these different things in it. But the Lord is the one who's going to make sure that they reach it upset. You understand? So what you want to do is be in the proper mind state. You want to be with the Lord. You know what I mean? You want to have your mind right. You want to be focused. You want to be diligent. You want to actually care about the planet. You know what I mean? Because that is the things that He's going to look for. But when time comes, He's going to look down and say, well, I can send me that angel because I've seen blood over here. Which means He's so righteous. You know what I mean? All right. On to the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verses 1 to 8, Babakisha.
Of Psalms chapter 78, verse 1.
All right.
Give ear, O my people,
Mm-hmm.
to my law.
Right.
Incline your ears to the words of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I will open my mouth in a parable.
Mm-hmm.
I will utter dark sayings of old,
Mm-hmm.
which we have heard and known,
Mm-hmm.
and our fathers have told us.
All right. Go ahead.
We will not hide them from their children,
Right.
showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
but his strength and his wonderful works.
Lock your tongue in.
But his strength.
No, tongue in.
We will not hide them from their children,
Right.
showing to the generation to come
Mm-hmm.
the praise of the Lord
Right.
and his strength
Right.
and his wonderful works
Right.
that he had done.
Right. Go ahead.
For he established a testimony in Jacob
Mm-hmm.
and appointed a law in Israel.
Right.
But he commanded our fathers
Mm-hmm.
that they should make them known to their children.
Right. Where did he make them known to his children? What was the law he established continually in the children of Israel? Yeah. All right. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, Baba Kusha. This is 1 to 2. Yeah, yeah. This is a command he established. He say this from this day on, from here on out, going forward, this is what you do to your children and children's children. You follow? All the dark things and everything like that to understand the ways how we're supposed to be operating. He makes sure that our forefathers and pass it down like Command General YAHANNA and pass down to General Mahimon. And General Mahimon will pass it down to the other generals, you know what I mean? And the other generals will continue to learn and continue to build men up, the captains, the officers coming down. You know what I mean? So they would understand when they sit in situations, how you're supposed to treat it, how you're supposed to observe it, how you're supposed to have your mind towards it. You know what I mean? And the same wisdom will be passed down to your children. Alright? Alright, when you reach, let me know about the question. 4, yeah, this is 1 to 2 about the question.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Right?
Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go and possess the land which the Most High, thy power of your fathers, giveth you.
My pause right? So the Lord saying, hearken. Listen very well, O Israel, which means the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Listen very good. Onto the statutes. What is that statute? Anybody? You know by hand, or you wanna pull it up by the dictionary, Babu Krishna? Alright. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead. Yeah, but. Alright, go ahead.
Definition of statute.
Right.
A written law passed by a legislative body. 2. A rule or an organization or institution. 3. In biblical use, a law or decree made by sovereign or by God.
Right. That's the 101. Use it again, Babu Krishna. That's
a law or decree made by a sovereign or by God.
Right. Made by a sovereign, right? Like who the Lord will set up, like Moses, right? Christ in his time. Come on, YAHANNA in his time.
That's right.
All right? So when the Lord says something, this is what must be done.
Right.
Why do you think the world and the sun facing the pandemic today? And all the time they don't want to listen? Because the Lord put down something, and what he put down, it must be up. It must be done. It must be accomplished. You follow? It mustn't, nobody must also take away that.
Right.
You follow? But these wicked heathens and oppressors, they follow in the boldness. They follow in the disrespectful ways. What they did was remove the ability for us to have a protection mechanism within every country, every community, every family. All right? Because they're totally against the Most High. Just as in Psalm 83 talk about, these people that have hated you. So if you want to tie in the problem or what is the cause of the problem today on the face of the earth, you would want to know who the identities of these people and they are, written in Psalm 83, because it then come out as smoke. Coronavirus is real, right?
That's right.
But you know that, right?
Right.
Right. So what the Lord says, He will send plagues and you can make them beautiful. You see how with the coronavirus now? What people are taking out at one time? Because they remove the ability to apply a dietary law. You understand? They have laws in the Bible, which you're going to just now, talking about cleanliness and certain things. I have everything written there, instructed, to make sure that no disease and all these different plagues or pandemics won't spike out of this madness. Right in that Bible. Right? So the Bible is a real book. It is not a fairy tale book. We so, you understand, we're so sorry for those who have been deceived by pastors once at a time. We all were there at some time. Right. Believing the lies and the garbage of this nasty backside society. You know what I mean? And they put us up until where our parents, even today, stuck in the same cycle. You know what I mean? And they still can't still can't help them to see certain things until the real life, you understand? See one come up, the real cocktail come in. You know what I mean? So go ahead.
Yeah, as you say,
Right.
This example that taking place right now again.
Right.
You know, the question always hanging now, where are the pastors?
Right.
Where are they?
Right.
Because a lot of people now asking the question.
Right.
But based on seeking now, if they're really seeking
right.
for the truth and they're really seeking for the God, what's speaking about the Black Hispanic and the India,
right.
come to the I.S.U.P.K.
That is it. At the end of the day. But you know what? A lot of people would not seek for truth. A lot of people just in panic mode right now. That is all going on right now. So here going on, if they have some, if by the grace and mercy of the Most High power, they end up to bounce up some of these UPK soldiers or sisters, right? Then and only then, if you understand, they're wise enough, when this plague pass, because it might pass, the Lord might say, I got some type of mercy, and let them go back to their ways again. Just as the scripture said, and in Noah time, they was eating, drinking, you understand, marrying and giving in marriage.
Right.
They was doing all kind of manner of evil, right? Sexing this one, bestiality, and all this garbage they ain't supposed to do. All that they'll continue to do. You see what's going on with Italy? That's now we can touch that in a second. All right? We'll stop up a shot. Go down. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I get you. We'll stop up a shot.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Most High your power, which I command you.
Right. You see, so well, now that the pastor lie and say that the laws of the Most High done away with, you follow his doors closed and there's no touching this now. Right? But commanding general, doors open up. Right? And will stay open.
That's right.
All right? Because at the end of the day, the Lord is showing you who he with.
That's right.
He's showing you where it is.
Right.
He's showing you where instruction is.
That's right.
He's showing you where safety is. By instructions. You follow? So nobody ain't coming and telling you, oh, you understand? What do you call it? I think, and it may be so. And whatever the case is, that's not the case.
That's right.
What the Lord saying you follow this book. Follow the instruction manual.
That's right.
The dark sayings and all of that, as you were touching before, is what's supposed to be passed down to generation. You know, in the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities, right? All the ZEPs and all these different things, and all the medicinal solutions and all that the Lord give us, they follow, to be able to heal our community before it had pharmaceutical companies, right? These are the things that the Lord set up here, right? You know what I mean? Dark sayings to be able to help you, right? Wisdom, dark saying is wisdom, basically.
Right.
All right? That dark saying parables that you tell you about certain, you know, certain situations and certain nations and how they deal, so you know how to avoid getting caught in the trap.
Right.
You understand? All that going down. All right? But the Lord saying, do not add unto the word. You know what I mean? Don't philosophize my Bible. Don't philosophize my instructions.
That's right.
This is the way I want you to do it. This is how it's supposed to be done, and no other way else. Anything else, as Christ said, either yea or nay or nay. Right. Anything else is evil. You know what I mean? Because they're making up their own thing. All right? Right, we done, Babu Kusha?
That's true.
No, ultimate, after ultimate.
Ultimate.
What you mean? Yeah. No, just read that part again.
Right. Thanks. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Right.
Neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
Right.
That ye may keep the commandments of the Most High your power, which I command you.
Right. Right. So the Lord's saying, do this so that you learn to keep my commands, my commandments. You understand? The Lord, your power, not Donald Trump power, not the Moabites or the Chinese and them power, not the East Indian power. He was talking about in the first verse, he said, "Oh Israel, oh so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indians." Because now everybody is feeling sorry for things. Pray for Italy. Nah, let them perish for all the wickedness they're doing.
That's right.
The Lord is a just God. And God good all the time? Right. You understand? So now you know how good the Lord is. Yes, I can. You know what I mean? All right. Jump today, you're going back, you're going to verse 5, Babukisha, on down to 9. All right.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Right.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments,
right,
even as the Most High, my power, command me.
Right. Well,
that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it.
I pause. So when we was taking over lands, but now we scattered in lands.
Right.
That change or no? Right. So that's staying the same way. La means no. Right. For the people who ain't gonna understand that over the case, bringing them up to speed because everybody stole everything from them.
That's right.
Including their language.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well,
verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Right.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations,
right,
which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right. Read on.
Verse 7. For what nation is there so great? Who hath the Most High nigh unto them?
Pause right there. So that's what they're supposed to be learning from. The people that the Lord placed close to him, who give the instructions, they follow to run the world right. For air, to listen to the Most High, they didn't care. When they was having, they call it, all the orgies and all the drugs, you understand? And all the molestation and all this nastiness, all this evil. They didn't care. But guess who have the Most High attention right now? The world superpower, America, Babylon the Great. You understand? Donald Trump have the Most High attention full 100. So what you do? Anybody pull up that article from about Kesha with this next one, coronavirus. And somebody get me by the time, somebody give me the next article where Donald Trump free all the so-called Mexicans and them that he cage up, all the families and them that he cage up. Pull up the one with the six. Somebody run it down from above. Yeah, the article where Donald Trump and he free all the Mexicans and them that they had in cages, all the men, women, and children. They had locked up just the other day. Then they say that they crossed into the borders. When they came from Georgia, the mountains of Georgia, there's of course in Russia, that territory. Right? And they didn't come with no papers, and they came and gave smallpox to the native Indians, we brothers and them. Right? What they call what you call them? Amerindians is an next word for them, but the Sioux tribe and the Red Indian, Redskins, right? And all kind of disrespectful terminologies they give to the people. Alright? Greatest people on the face of the planet, and they knew who we were. As they understand decide to disrespect us and call us by other different names, which the Lord says a punishment for disobeying it. Right? So because that diligence that we're supposed to pass down the instructions of our forefathers to the children so that they'll continue to keep the standard of our communities. You follow? That was broken down. Morality was broken down. Civil law broken down. So now that they find black and black crime today, that is what it evolved to. And this day, you follow? Single parent homes. You have, you have the epidemic with job loss and everybody else. Because there's a serious, nasty, disgusting, filthy spirit with Christianity.
Right.
Christianity have black people so destroyed to where even when we deliver quality work, you're doing fine. Black people wanting to support black people. They want to be so inclusive of everybody else. You follow? And then when you look at, when you examine it, when you look at how a Christian would see a man selling the road, selling, they call it, food on the side of the road, right? Here he barbecue or whatever the case is, and the next man selling something, he could be a dollar more expensive. He going by the next man because you don't want to look a certain way. You understand? But they're racist. They're making sure that they're well taken care of. I remember in a Christian church, right? The Indian people in them used to put aside the pillory after and sell the pillory. Everybody was supporting it. That black man come in and try to sell something. I know that making sure benefit he company. All they doing, they continue to push their agendas. Right? Everything to support their communities. Junior Sammy and they. With all that money he do, I am almost sure that he gave that tip, that $5,000 or $10,000 tip to the next East Indian.
Right.
Almost sure about that. Because they just think about their own. That is love. You understand? That is care. That is not, you understand, something negative. Racism is a good thing. You understand? In fact, racist acts out of evil and malicious ways, that evil. You understand? That ain't fair. That ain't righteous. Again, we don't have a righteous people ruling over us right now. We have wicked people ruling over us. Where are they from, Baba Kusha? Corona.
I have the statistics.
Yeah, Baba Kusha. Right.
This is the world meter. Italy. The corona cases, total corona cases is 59,138. The amount of
particularly we've seen a breakdown like America, how much they have, how much deaths they have, right? Italy, how much deaths they have, and China, how much deaths they have. Baba Kusha. Alright. Virus. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Alright, go down. Pieces. Alright. Let's see if I can find it on the board there. Give me 1 sec, Baba Kusha, alright? Alright. Alright, pull it up. Alright, go on. Oh, look at here. In the Times, New York Times, no? Let me get the article real quick. I think this is the one. This is the one I'm looking for here. I might have sent you on. Right. Send it in the chat there. No. Right. Yeah. Check that one and tell me what's in the chat. Have a breakdown of what's going on there. It's a long piece to edit out, but plentiful. Right. Beautiful. Anybody else find the next one with the Mexican trail? Yes, you find out.
I sent it to New York Times. New York Times. Coronavirus live updates. As state please mount Trump outlines terms. Senate Democrats block stimulus package.
Right.
New York State has 15,000 cases. Roughly 5% of the pandemic's growing global quota.
All right. Just now, where you from, sir? Slack.
New York Times live updates.
All right. Oh, they probably change on the article. That's happening sometimes. All right. Give me the one with the what do you call it? The Mexican trend by them, and I will take back the sun. So you find the one with a breakdown. Yeah. Have a breakdown of the countries and how much it grew. Well, just running off the top of my head by the time you're looking for the article. In one day, it jumped from 793 deaths to over 4,000 deaths. That is the Lord showing, you understand who you really with. Because Italy, as you know, right, is the center or the country, right, that Rome close to that. They have very close ties with Rome. Rome's supposed to be like the capital or some kind of thing, or separate, or the Vatican. Vatican is a separate little island by itself, right? Yeah, separate country, you know what I mean, by themselves. But the Italians and they, which is the same person, same white people, all right, they are the same family, and they just claim to be the what? What you call yourself? The the next one, the Vicar, some kind of. He just claimed to say that he's the representation of God on the earth, the Pope. But the Pope does close too. You understand? And where you get your doctrine from, and the person who does authorize the teachings and on them, when you didn't have enough money, when you didn't bring enough gold for them, They chop off our hands and our feet. Yeah? They gave smallpox away. They wiped out about 77 million so-called Native American Indians on the planet. And that time, right? The Lord now started to show. They ain't get nothing yet. They ain't get touched up yet. They see how they're crying. That is the Lord showing you. This is how the Lord is getting attention. You didn't want to listen before. If all of this is how the Lord is make sure that, you know what I mean? That he gets his message across. Who doing the work? Who really run things? You know what I mean? All right. From there, we go on to where was that? Officer Sawap. What was that? Number 6, 7. All right, go ahead. Down to 9. Start from 7 again, Mabusha.
It's like I said.
Then,
the statistics or the amount of cases based on countries from like A to Z.
right, go ahead.
So if there's specific countries.
Yeah, that's America. The top country, China, the ones that have the most amount of deaths. Which one?
China.
Right.
China has 81,000 plus cases.
81,000 plus cases. Go ahead.
And 3,000 dead.
3,000 dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus.
This is where the spike come out because they're very ridiculous in terms of disobeying the Lord's dietary laws. Disobeying the instructions they follow that would cause global chaos and confusion, which would add, you understand, to the wine or the same pot that America followed, which is mystery Babylon. Babylon means confusion because it goes exactly against everything wise to do. Because out of these same animals that they're not supposed to eat, but the animals themselves are for cleaning up the communities and the city.
Yes, watching a documentary, you want to say 90%, there's a 90% chance that the virus started from a bat.
Right, correct. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it neither. You know what I mean? Because that's in the dietary law again, in Leviticus 11. You say not to eat bat, and out of the same bat is where it was. You see what I'm looking for? It was when they alleged it come from that. I wouldn't doubt it's the Lord sent it. They get too ridiculous now. And I think somebody was saying that they find like the trace, they can actually trace it back to the bat. That come from the bat itself. You know what I mean? So not to say like it's something that they can dispute, but it actually come from that. Just as in the 1920s, them, you understand, in the Congo was eating monkeys. A next animal that is forbidden to eat. They have the work to do in the ecosystem. So now by destroying the ecosystem and to keep the society running right, you know what I mean, and things function and clean, all these different things that they don't like in the first place, Africans ain't clean people. So-called white people, not clean people. They like to bathe for days. Right. And all these different things they don't like to do. Right. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to, I'm telling you from Trinidad standpoint. East Indian people, so disgusting at times, you know what they'll do? They would go and do the thing and make sure they understand that dough bathe, like it's some kind of pips that come out the road like that. And smelling up the cars that they drive in taxi. You follow? That is a wicked thing to do. And in their customs and they go that door, I can't breathe, I can't walk, that they just have to feel, they feel like there's some kind of pips. Either people like that perverse people, either people are not supposed to take no type of instruction from. They're not supposed to be governing no place on the planet. We're supposed to be running all these places on the right? That's why you would find East Indian people robbing us today. You understand? African people coming across from Africa and going and misuse the system, going and lie and say like if they're brothers, and they continue to scheme all people. They're very well known for schemes. You understand? All different type of online schemes, any type of business transaction, all of that, they're well known for that. So-called African people, as well as the other nations and neighbors. They have different nations, they have their traits, and they'll be prevalent in it. And that is where they'll see continue to follow after them. They wasn't given this law. That type of uprightness being passed down to them, as we supposed to have the laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments, and the Most High passed down to us. That's why, you see, if a man, if now they declare that if you murder somebody, you follow, you get hanging. Remember when hanging was face, when hanging was passed, how the death, how the murder is slow down? Right, because we just get judged for what we do, as the Lord children, you follow? Now, now we just know to baby self sometimes. You know what I mean? Because if you don't have, as Officer Kobalo saying, they say this a lot, right? Which is this, and the generals and may find them saying this as well. You can't have fear without judgments, without punishments. You can never fear because nobody knows what to fear. They don't know what the consequences or the punishment for not obeying the Lord is. You know what I mean? America will feel it today, though. Yeah? Give the Lord a hand for that. Most thanks, guys. Somebody pull up this copy your card. Pull on the statistics, Bible shot. Yeah. Give
the world statistics.
Right. See what the Lord doing as a marvelous thing in the day today. Right?
China.
Go ahead.
Over 81,000 cases. 3,000 plus deaths.
Right, go ahead.
Italy, 59,000 cases. Right?
Right.
5,005 plus deaths.
5,000 plus deaths. If you isn't even further. And I think at 24 we know that yet. Go ahead.
Even though again in South Korea. Yes, man. In South Korea. One of them live all that from mainland China.
Right.
Right. People coming back from the US now and they say like that. Second phase.
Coming again.
Double dose.
Right. What's that, guys? Right.
Double dose.
That is swine bird flu or that is same corona?
Yeah. Because a lot of people coming back home now.
Right.
They know to come back.
So to the people and
them.
Nice.
Again, the scriptures say,
right.
and that day everybody will cling to their own house.
Right.
Everybody not trying to run back.
Right.
Where we live in.
Right. But the most I say, pull up my selector. Hey, we let that song. Give him a second to stay. Run that track. Right. Good. Yeah, man. Come on, I get over here. Yeah, man. You see, officer, so I bring out there. You know what I mean? Heavy. And I sure didn't bring that across the news, though. You know what I mean? But as they keeping back and running back to the whole. Right? As you're saying, the scriptures say that every nation will return back to their own people. So black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and woman, it's time to clean back to your people and them. Understand what this Bible is always talking about. Yeah. This Bible is never about inclusion. This Bible is never about if we're not a melting pot and everybody's one. That is not what the Lord ordained. If we're not coming and doing your own thing, this is what it caused and if you study it. You see how much of your children and them was dying? How much of your brothers and them getting killed over the drugs? Who bringing them drugs? Who are the power to pass guns through? We got to build all these checkpoints and bring it into all these different places. Who run it? Who works for power? Who making the laws to say, well, who doing trade with who? Right? They running it. They follow, and because of their law, as the scripture says, they follow the design mischief by a law. Like Psalm 94 verse 20. They follow all these different things and then they continue to commit as atrocities because they're not feeling the judgments or the punishments for disobeying. That's why they're running wild like that. We was given, you understand? We was judged for our wickedness. We was punished for our things. Right? We're supposed to judge our communities, which means like a judge residing over a matter and listening to what's going on. So that these things wouldn't reach to that stage. But we have no judges set up. If all other than the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general have. It's the only place on the earth that the Lord restored order back again. Therefore, that's why the imperative to come back with the Lord places him, because the Lord is not a man of what you call it, a disorder. If the Lord is a man of order, and of course, you must follow exactly what it is he's saying right there. So the only people with the attributes on the face of the planet that have that system in place, that the Lord put in place, and follow it at T is the I.S.U.P.K under command and general you have. Right. Follow when everybody else doors close and they're running as they're supposed to, because according to John 10, the follow day is the hirelings and not the shepherd. You know what I mean? So what they're supposed to do, they're supposed to do that. And that's supposed to show you then who is supposed to be followed. Alright? And again, that's an important part. Because the Lord will always set things in motion. And just as the pastor was lying and saying, Slakia, what are you up a minute?
Yeah, what?
That's not right. Just hold it right there. But just as the Lord was saying, right? This is the things that give to the children of Israel to do, going down the line. Now you'll always follow a pattern, a way of doing things that are written in the scriptures. So nobody can lie and say, you know what I mean? It's some mysterious thing, or the Lord, I think the Lord doing this, or come and receive your miracle and all this garbage. The Lord has prerequisites, which means he requires this. Obedience to this, they follow as the topic of the classes. Your power requires separation. Separate your mind. You follow your love, your affinity with these nations and these other races, and because it's wickedness that they do. They're not feeling, you understand, the punishment. They don't feel the curses. And we have been given in Deuteronomy 28. You understand? So that they would know what it does feel like to, and not just feel like a coronavirus. Not just feel, you understand, make call it 9/11. and bombings in their country. Not that. But systematic and over time, because it's over 400 years we've been serving in slavery. Right? So where they don't even have your identity in this captivity here. Right? To say, well, okay, you belong to this family here. Nobody here watching could say, well, except the people in the U.P.K, that say who your fourth grandfather is, whatever the case is. Right? That is not a question you see people asking. But if you ask another race, they can tell you that. All right? Go on, where from there again?
Just to emphasize for Italy.
Right.
Italy had 651 deaths between yesterday. New cases.
Right. Right. But the day before that, how much you had?
The day before had 700 and something plus.
No, the day before, check it again, because it jumped to 4,000 and something. From one day, 793, something like that?
That was the new deaths.
All right.
And the total deaths was 484,825.
Right.
And that number was raised up by 792 deaths, made up the 4,000.
Yeah, the 4,000. Okay. All right.
Yesterday.
All right, so
and today,
right.
That 5,476, 650 new deaths.
650 new deaths?
Yeah.
And what type of, that's about what, double? About double in that time?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's 793 and the day didn't finish yet because of when Italy is what time now? It's about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't think really now start. If you look at the time span, I would show.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic and how they just live. You know what I mean? How they don't care and they carefree. Right? Just as the people in them who went in the spring break that they tell them to stay away from the beaches and them. I hear a good number of them came back and just positive with the coronavirus.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I pray that they will pay for these sins of their forefathers. Right? All of them that like to say, oh, okay, that was me. You know what I mean? That was my forefather. I pray they pray for it. Go ahead. We have it again.
In the US, right, these rankings are based on who has the most cases.
Right.
China is first, Italy is second, USA is third.
Right.
USA currently has 32,500 plus cases. New cases 8,003 plus. Total deaths 415. And new deaths 130. Between yesterday.
No, if you look at it now, America is the last or the one of the closest countries to come within about a month. Because the people shut down about 3 weeks now. Right? About that. And they say, well, this is about the first week in quarantine where they shut down almost every major city. Nobody's to go outside. When you look at America's streets, it's desolate. As the scripture says. You know what I mean? You make Babylon desolate and all these different things, you see the businesses and crashing. Right? When you see these things and understand that the fear that you have, you see why everybody operating normal here is because they don't have that fear in them, that panic mode. They're not in that mode. You follow? And some people who foolishly believe your pastor, right? When your pastor them will continue to segregate themselves, and you understand the catch, and your people understand the catch, right? Then you go know that the Lord is with the I.S.U.P.K only. Then you will know. There's a warning that the Lord was trying to get your attention before, and Lord allow you get to come into the ark before the doors close. All right? We don't have a question. Deuteronomy 4, down to verse 9. Let's stop at 7, right? Slack, is it? Deuteronomy 4.
For what nation is there so good? Who had God so nigh unto them? As the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
Right, including the death of our enemies. Read on.
And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I said before you this day?
Right, there's no other nation, there's no other race that have any type of laws, any type of structure. And this is what the heathens was saying. They was asking among themselves, like, who have this within the nation? Which one of us have this? The judgments and them, they follow that will make people not kill one another. And make people not rob, not steal, they follow not molest, not covet each other wife, you understand? And husband and you know what I mean? To a certain extent, a certain degree. These things that will keep our society at bay then. Keep them, you know what I mean? They call it the right mind. They follow who have that? Nobody.
That's right.
The Bhagavad Gita don't have it. The Quran does not have it. Understand? The Book of the Dead does not have it.
That's right.
All right? The Mormon book doesn't have it. The Catholic Church doesn't have it. The Christian Church does not have it. You follow? Because they say the law, they don't operate under laws. You follow? When you have no law, you have anarchy. You have no order, expect pandemonium to happen. That is what you've been following. That is the reality. All right? We don't.
Only take heed to thyself.
So the Lord has given us a warning, which you didn't pay attention to because this is our condition today. Read on.
And keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy path all days of thy life.
Right.
But teach them thy sons and thy sons.
Right. So we didn't teach our sons and our sons' sons, right? Because we're not over anybody. Nobody is saying that to the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man on the face of the planet today. You follow? Nobody is saying that there's only one people supposed to govern the earth today. All right. So this thing with your pastor talking about everybody's one is garbage. Because according to the law here, it's supposed to have one people, which is Israel, that have the righteous laws and judgments on the planet. Right. That's not evident nowhere else on the face of the planet. Right? Give me back Psalm 78, Babakasha. All right, and read on from start back from verse 5, going on to verse 8, Babakasha.
Psalms what?
78. From verse 5 here down to 9. And you try and verse 8 select. You try to speak through this so we go. Move on to the who have all in the locus. Only locus. And then the next article with the children on them. I want the article about the
Psalm 78 verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob,
right,
and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers,
right,
that they should make them known to their children.
Right. Pause right there. So why does he have to say this now in Psalms? And he was given it in Deuteronomy. Right? Why does the Lord saying to put this in the book? That's telling you something, Israel. We just have to be reminded of these things. It's important. Law is important. Statute is important. Judgment is important. All the high holy days of the Lord are important. You follow? That is what going on fix our society. That is what we must come back to if we want any type of change. You understand? So this is what the Lord saying. This must come back in the earth. You follow? The only place that doing that is the I.S.U.P.K under command of General YAHANNA.
Right.
You follow? This is the only place that you have any type of safety, any type of protection from the Lord. Because that is what He say going to protect you in the first place. Obeying Him. We don't.
Verse 6. That the generation to come might know them.
Right.
Even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
Right. You see what on there? So then getting passed down as it was supposed to. Go ahead.
Verse 7. That they might set their hope in God.
Right. You see, that is why people panicking right now. Why they have pandemonium, all kind of different things, and then people not really and truly serving the Most High power. It's just by words. You know what I mean? They go into the churches and they're not getting the type of instruction they're supposed to get. They're not being built up. They're weak. Every time a pandemonium or some type of incident happens, they're not prepared. They're not responding as they should because they're not getting the type of instruction they're supposed to get. So somebody cannot do their own thing and expect anything to run right. Right? We don't. Go ahead.
And forget the works of the Most High, but keep His commandments.
But what?
But keep His commandments.
We don't.
Verse 8. It might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their hearts aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High.
Right? So you see the error in our people. He was not steadfast with the Lord. And this is what come and bring this world to the cesspool it into it. Anybody that's saying that this society, you follow, running into Shalom, yes, sir. All right? Anybody that's saying that, it's lying to you. You follow, they really actually have no heart. They are no care to say, well, they'll esteem this world or the society, I would say, right? And any type of good light. You see, we're going the second time that you're back against the wall, Joel Austin, his church doors and them closed. First time was the flood. The second time, coronavirus. And why did somebody will have so much fear for something? If you ain't doing something wrong, why would you have fear? You understand? To the punishment. Why would you distance yourself so much? You understand? That's some people that bold, but you see the majority of these pastors and they closing the doors, locking up themselves. They're showing you who they is. Don't take it for something different. You know what I mean? They're showing you the fruits. By the fruits, you gonna know them. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. That's what in them. They can't do nothing else. You follow? So your so-called imam, your pastor, your leader, you call it the Israelite groups, all these different things in them, they're on garbage long time. The Lord revealing you who the servant is, because our hearts must be steadfast to the Lord. You understand? And here we say no cowards, no excuses. You follow? Because that is what you need to continue to build a right running society. All right? Jump from there away to give me Leviticus chapter 15, verses 1 to 9, Bible question. You see a list of laws they're probably designed to protect our people. All right? Because that is what it's there for. It's there as a, we call it a guideline and dealing with a situation. It have blood, you follow, it have this thing involved, you'll see in the hospital. When they take the clot, when they take the blood, you understand, they patching it up, whatever the case is, you're not in an accident, some type of major incident, surgery, whatever the case is, you see them with gloves on. They will have the scrub on. Right? All of that is coming from right from the Bible. It is wisdom of the scriptures in play, in motion. You understand? So that is what they'll take it up and they'll put it aside in a bin. And then most likely they incinerate it, they burn it. Right? And make sure that them pathogens of the blood, the diseases from the blood, or any opportunity for disease to spread, they will eradicate it altogether. You understand? All right, Leviticus chapter 15, verse 1, Bible question.
Leviticus chapter 15, verse 1.
Well,
and the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when any man hath a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue, he is unclean.
Right, so the Lord establishing when a man clean, when you're unclean. If I run an issue, you separate the man, you protect the society. You on? Right.
Verse 3,
Right.
and it shall be his uncleanness and his issue, whether his flesh run with his issue,
right,
or his flesh be stopped from his issue.
Right.
It is his uncleanness.
Right, so whatever period of time that you stop from the uncleanness, that is the issue, you're unclean. Until, you know what I mean, come out of that quarantine zone. That is why they're telling you now to self-quarantine and go in quarantine zones wherever the case is, because this virus is a blood-borne disease, you know what I mean? It's something that will kill you. That is what it comes, that is what it takes place when you feel like you need a lap, a tattoo, you understand? Are you going on? The same thing will happen to you. Like how people get gout and cancer and all these different things, they was never paying attention to this on the earth. He's saying, bless and eat. But the Lord ain't saying that. This is what the Lord's saying. You follow, because you don't read this in the church. You don't teach this in the church. Go ahead, you don't.
Leviticus 15 verse 4.
Right.
Every bed whereon he lieth, that he had the issue, is unclean.
Right.
And every time he sitteth shall be unclean.
Right, so you see the Lord saying this is protection mechanisms to not contract the same virus the brother have. You understand? If you don't have a virus or whatever the case is, it doesn't have to be that. There are different things that will happen. If all are running issue over the case, doesn't mean somebody's sick or they have some blood-borne disease, right? It just mean to prevent somebody sick or they have some blood-borne disease, right? It just mean to prevent this thing from happening. You do not interact with that with the zone. You don't, you keep cleanliness intact, but the so-called oppressors and they don't follow after that law. They don't do these things and they make sure it don't spread to everybody else. Read on.
Verse 5, and whosoever toucheth his bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even.
Be unclean, be quarantined until the evening, and then they come back out and interact with everybody else. So they don't pass out. Right? Read on.
Verse 6, on anything whereon he sat that had the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even.
Pause right here. So why is they telling everybody, boy, when you come outside from wherever you're going, over the gates, so you pick up your clothes and wash it? Where they get that from? They were so bright and they esteem themselves so powerful, right? But they eating that. And eating all the different things and then that causing disease to plague the place. Now they run in to come back to what the Lord said in the first place to do. If there was wise, if there was an understanding people, they would have never been doing that. You understand? This is not people to follow after. The Christian church is set up by these same people and these dum-dums. If all of these people that set up the churches and then that our people, the majority of people learning from today. The Arab religion and all this garbage, all the twisted philosophies and all that garbage, right? Not by the Lord people in them, because we're not in power. You understand? We are the bottom of society, being the victims of everybody. We don't?
Verse 7. And he that toucheth the flesh of him that had the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. Verse 8. And if he that had the issue spit upon him that is clean, then he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. Verse 9. And what saddle soever he rideth upon that had the issue shall be unclean.
Right. So whatever thing, hopefully it was not back in the leg, get into with the and he's spitting it, right? Hopefully a man was just passing and you end up like sneezing them. I sneezed and then he sneezed and somebody just fall on him. Right? He spit and then, you know, a man, he didn't watch very before he spit in. He just do so, twah, and spit and then he end up on him. It end up on the brother, right? Yeah, you're right on this side, two of them right into us and he spit and then he end up on the man, right? And then he had a beard, you know what I mean? Every Saturday he sit down, everybody gets it, you bathe, you wash yourself, and then until you're clean, until that time. Now some time past them, right? This is the wisdom of the Lord coming out here. This is what the society now plucking back from. But the thing is, they don't want to obey everything he say. As they say in the Christian church, they want the blesser, but not the blesser. The blessing and not the blesser. The garbage. Themselves they talking about. They want to understand the blessings of the Lord, but they don't want to follow the instructions of the Most High. You know. So I
just want to add something again. You know, seeing that a lot of people wearing this face mask or this dust mask as we just call it. A lot of people do understand concerning this now.
Right.
So you could be wearing the mask. What's the purpose of the mask?
Right.
This is a question a lot of them had to ask.
Right.
Because the purpose of the mask now is for you not who have the disease often.
Right.
But the thing about it now, you don't have the disease, but you're wearing this mask.
Right.
So you know putting yourself in a position where you could be at risk again this. Because a lot of people wearing the mask and don't know the time frame again.
Right.
This is something that we need to know. These things have a time frame.
Right.
So you're putting on the mask, but you want to wear it for 4 and 5 days. And that's drawing reference. And when you look at the condition of these masks and them, you're more or less likely to get the disease if you wear that for 3 or 4 days. These masks is for a specific time.
Right.
If it's 2 hours, 3 hours,
right.
Because you move your transversing to and fro
right.
throughout the again, wherever it is.
Right.
But if you had this mask on right through and then want to pick it up the next day, you're going to be more or less likely to end up with that.
If not the corona, something else.
Some sickness.
Exactly.
Because you're sneezing, you're blowing, everything in them.
Right. You see how our Christian leaders and them bring our people down. You see how they destroy us systematically with the garbage because they're not telling the people and them, you're not having them in a state a mental capacity to be able to equip them then with knowledge and understanding how things operate. So they're never in that state of I should take precaution, I should be, as the scripture say, diligent in order to be able to avoid certain things. All people destroy for what? Lack of knowledge again. Coming again. Right? The knowledge of the Lord, you understand? The scripture say that is wisdom. But with all that you follow, this is how things is continued. I wouldn't bet. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that I will go with it. It's spread fast that way. I wouldn't doubt exactly the same thing. I mean, that same thing. Right? Because they're not using the proper equipment. And then they're not diligent to find out exactly how to use it. As I say, you understand the time frame of the cases and then dispose of it the proper way. You know what I mean? So that obviously will create more disease. But you're going, let them go ahead. That's right. Let them go ahead, you know what I mean? Let the Most High be glorified because you're going. Right. I think it's some kind of hallelujah garbage on my it says, you know, glorify the Most High when the people get judged for the wickedness. You know what I mean? When the heathens and them especially get judged for the wickedness. You know what I mean? This is who the Lord have a big target on because he knows that them will have us using all kind of garbage. Whoever of all people that still are dumb enough, they doesn't continue to follow after the ways and then start being I wait this. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Especially when Babylon fallen. It's that glorious things. So the Lord saying, our power he requires separation, which means separation. Our power, he requires separation, which means separation from all these different outer time ways. All these ways they think will work for you, and they think it's some kind of lotto ticket and some magic trick. You know, give instruction. Look at here. You all pick up this. This is the instruction manual. This is the guide for your life.
That's right.
You all they teaching you this. You follow this is where the wisdom is. You follow learning the dark sayings, pass on to you from your elders going down the line. That is what going to make sure that your community is strong against everybody else. You understand? And you don't know we are going.
Yeah, and when you check officers of us, you know what's right.
Right.
Now, when you want to let me, let them know, right? Them see one who playing the so high thing at the bottom, right? What you want them really putting on gloves and who putting on mask or kind of thing. They call my go street.
Right.
Before you enter the go street, they have a pipe. They have a pipe run for you to wash your hand.
Right.
Before you open that door.
Yeah.
I know too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you're damn right, because the market is doing the same thing. I hear the what was doing first was just spraying your hand. Because it was one night. So I think it's me and Officer Michael. We went down Friday night for game.
Yeah.
And get some water, thing. Spraying your hand, when you come inside, spraying your hand, thing up your hand, thing, you see them. Right? And guess who they put in though? They put it. And they're right. Because if it was them, they know it's all themselves because the Chinese grocery, nobody want to touch all it. The part and the sister, good looking sister as well. You know what I mean? I hope she see class sometimes. You know what I mean? Some of the people, you know, as they continue, because you need people inside here. You know what I mean? And I compliment them all the damn way.
That's
Right? The brothers and the sisters. We need brothers and sisters in here because we understand what to do. If we're listening, okay. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we live nice, everything like that, we just party, thing, well, you know, on a certain degree, a certain order about ourselves, right? But wisdom is survival is here. And coming to build a kingdom where we want to be on the reward of the punishment the Lord coming. If only you want to be on the right side. So in here you can find out that. Nobody else teaching this. So you play bright. You know what I mean? No one else on the face of the planet have the instruction in the most side. You know what I mean? Where are the from about Bishop?
You know, we going to verse 10.
Now go jump from here. Go to verse 10 down to 13 about Bishop.
Right. Verse Leviticus 15, verse 10.
Yeah.
And whosoever toucheth anything that was under him shall be unclean until even. And he that beareth any of those things shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even.
Right, you see this part, you see right in the same chapter, the Lord repeated it again. He says that I'm making sure that these things don't happen to you. The punishments that will go to disobedient church, all them heeding them, I didn't design that for Israel. So I want you all to do this because what you do? Remember Baruch chapter 3 verse 6, I think is that. Alright. Now give me all the years of wisdom, years of knowledge. I'm looking for all the ways of knowledge. 36. Yeah, Baruch chapter 3 and verse 36, Bible question. We don't by the time we had the opposition.
Verse 11.
Go ahead.
Leviticus 15, verse 11. And whomsoever he toucheth that had the issue and had not rinsed his hand in water.
That's what did you say once to do earlier today?
Rinse the hand.
You know?
So rinse your hand in water.
Go ahead, we done.
He shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even.
Right, go ahead.
Verse 12. And the vessel of the earth that he toucheth, which had the issue, shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water.
I pause right there. So you see that there's a difference now. Them clay pot on them, right? The vessels of earth that they make and they bake in the oven, whatever the case is, the TP, and the TP. You know, talking about, you see the same thing the Amerindians and them have today, right? That they use for historical evidence. Brethren, you ever go in them out and you see that? Cleaver Woods are one of that. The Native American Indians in Arima are one of that. Right? They would see something like a hot nut, used to be bread in it. And what going on with that is that would keep the same heat over days. It would keep the same heat, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, that type of function. So the same thing they make out of that, right? They used to say if somebody have an issue of blood, whatever the cases was in that, right? You had to break that because what has happened with it? It's just like it's like wood. When they cut meat on wood, you're supposed to utilize that over and over to cut up the chicken and things like that, right? Because it's so keen, pathogens and blood and body cases now, right? So what we're supposed to use is like you make kind of difference between like plastic today and wood. I say cut the thing on them on wood, you have to throw away that, right? And then but they keep the thing with the plastic. You know what I mean? So that you make sure and avoid like different meats mixing and all of that. Right? All the wisdom of the Bible, right in the Bible here. But the people in them that's supposed to understand it, who it is given to understand, alone, our spirit that the Most High cannot attach, you understand? For lack of a better term, you attach the spirit of how it's supposed to be operating within our nation, within our race, our people. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? So we say in Baruch chapter 3, verse 36, 336. You must have forward that in. Go ahead.
He had found out all the way of knowledge.
Pause already. So the Most High found out all the ways of knowledge of you.
And had given it unto Jacob.
And give it unto Jacob before Father. Go ahead.
His servant.
And to what?
And to Israel, his beloved.
The Chinese man.
And to Israel, his beloved.
So-called white man.
And to Israel, his beloved.
The Elamites or the East Indians today.
And to Israel, his beloved.
The Arab today.
And to Israel, his beloved.
The so-called African today.
And to Israel, his beloved.
But when we look at the biblical name of the so-called races, we now call who everybody want to esteem and they on top today, the Lord didn't give them all the ways of knowledge to follow to apply. He gave it to the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and woman. This is your heritage. This is your instruction manual. This belongs to you. The service of the Lord, the kingdom, the glory, everything like that, this is yours. This is your heritage, and the I.S.U.P.K and the Commandant General YAHANNA extending the hand to build with our brothers and sisters. This is the time to follow that the Lord revealing what is real and what is fake. Understand what is detrimental and what you understand what shouldn't be even thought about. You follow the pandemic going on with the coronavirus, but is the Lord sending back plagues, but it's destruction to the enemies of us, who had us in cages, who had us, you follow, lynch, rape, murdered, all the different unfair wages, all the different schemes that they put in, the high interest rates for us. You understand? The last hired, first fired. You know what I mean? All these different things, and then the Lord is given, the cocktail now back to the other nations as they should. All right? Baba Kushak, what are the article with channel? It's okay? All right, we go find out this one. Give me Leviticus chapter 15, go down to 31 to 33, Baba Kushak. And then somebody else, who Leviticus 18, chapter 21 to verses 21 to 30. 18, 21. But the man who holding 15 is Officer Shah, the man was 51 to 53, Baba Kusha. Right?
Leviticus 15, verse 31. Thus shall you separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness, when they defile my tabernacles that is among them.
Right, so this is all going on here again. Separating and the laws and separation in terms of how you're supposed to operate. When you're under certain quarantine circumstances, facing certain situations, everything here, and there's everything that you need to know, right? When you have to deal with any situation, right in the Bible here. This is just one instance that we can tie into a relevant situation facing the earth today. Read on.
Verse 32. This is the law of him that had an issue, and of him whose seed goeth from him, and is defiled therewith. Verse 33. And of her that is sick, of her flour, and of him that had an issue, of the man, and of the woman, and of him that lieth with her, that is unclean.
Right, so for PG or parental guidance sake, we'll move on, but in these chapters, you'll find the instruction on how you deal with it. You break down on it, you'll get here. You'll get to understand exactly why, and we'll show you instances of when you disobey, what will happen to you, and now you follow when you continue to keep the laws of the Most High, how it will be a reward to you, how it is keep the people and them we call it on top and not below. Not suffering, you follow, in all kind of different circumstances and facing all kind of STDs and all that garbage. Right? Just by following instructions that the Lord put in place to protect us. That is what the laws and them done here for. So they're not done away with. The Lord didn't follow. This is for us to continue to keep throughout our generations and supposed to be taught to our sons going on the earth, going on the land, right? From there, give me Leviticus 18, verse 21, Baptisha. All right. The article you're looking for is the one that Commandant General and I was touching on, where the children of them was freed. When Trump freed children of them, well, the people that was in the cages. And the about that so-called cross the border and all the cases. That's one. So anything that you can find with it, just to basically say when he let them out. All right? Just as in Pharaoh, time. You bring a reference. With Leviticus 18, 21, Baptisha.
Leviticus 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
Right, pause right in, right? So this is the next list of laws that you're not supposed to allow to happen, right? And somebody put the article where they shut down all the Planned Parenthood from a place, that is all the abortion clinics they used to kill our children and them. Alright, so in Molech in that time, the Egyptian and they was teaching our people and them all these wickedness to sacrifice them, like how our sisters today they say they don't want the bodies out of shape or for career sake they will abort the babies. A follow which was having they call it 350,000 of our babies and them murdered every year by the hands of destroyed sisters. You know what I mean? Sisters that have been raised right. And they tell them all kind of different things and all kind of different reasons that they lie and say, when actually the actual rate for anybody that was raped, which is one of the main things they say. Anybody that was raped, I think it was what, about 1%, right? It was a very small number of cases, that actual rape cases, that babies were of women became pregnant from the situation of rape. Because trauma, there's most of the time, you understand, they call it cause a miscarriage. Right, the women. So that is not the actual reality of what it is they say. Just again, as we say in this school, the so-called oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaker, which means he a deceiver. Right? So he deceived the whole world into thinking that he's an upright man. And all his ways are being exposed now. Why is he letting all the babies and them in cages now? And the brothers and sisters on this? Right? Why is he wasn't doing that before? Right? Why is he giving our brothers and our sisters and them $1,000? Right? Where the money was, I thought it was broken. I thought the economy, you understand, didn't have nothing. Right? But it's so much. It's $50 billion. About $50 billion is set aside to give the brothers and sisters money now to continue to keep them afloat. Just so that their society, their economy stay afloat. Because without us, who have $1 trillion, that is one thing so-called black people don't understand. They follow the power that we have in unity and having the right spirit coming together to do things. And our soul not lusting after the wickedness of the society. You follow? The kind of power that we could have is to really make sure that we taken care of. We don't need to be rich with beyond the wildest dreams, as they say. That is America dream. That is not what the Lord put for us. You follow? You see a lot of wisdom in the Bible where we just come together and make sure that each other taken care of whatever the case is. As a man might have more talent than the next man, he just utilize it for his nation. And everything run all right. Right? Babu Kesha, who holding the article? Anybody find it? Yeah.
This is one from the CNN. Ohio orders abortion clinics to stop non-essential abortions because of coronavirus.
Right. Go ahead.
The Attorney General Office ordered abortion clinics in the state to stop performing non-essential abortions and surgeries amid of the coronavirus pandemic.
Right, nice. You know why? Because just as they might say, well, okay, we go make how much thousand off of this? Everybody gets the Lord might send chlorine and everybody there that operating and killing the baby. Alright? Yeah.
So even you wouldn't want to use non-essential abortion.
Right, correct. Yeah.
Those abortions are just whatever.
Go ahead.
Non-essential.
Right.
You don't have to get an abortion, just want to have abortions, fine.
Look at that. So which means they didn't have to murder the babies, right?
Exactly.
Right? So not all the different things in them, because we see now they set aside $50 billion to support brothers. So what about the so-called social system, the social structure then, that they could help our sisters and them manage the keeping the babies alive. And especially lie with a man can have more than one wife. You see how detrimental that is now? When a woman feels she has no support, that the Lord put in his wisdom, he put in place so that our families will continue to take care of each other, as they say. If Allah, they like to say this, but they don't understand what you're talking about. It takes a village to raise a child. When they don't understand these things and they continue to sow that discord among our brothers and sisters, that this is the end result of it. This is the wisdom of this world. If Allah see the garbage, how much anybody could confirm this is about 350,000 babies a year are being killed, are being murdered, so-called aborted. And what they say? What they say about what the article says?
Non-essential abortion.
Non-essential abortions. You follow? So which means if it's threatening the woman's life, then and only then, you follow, it might be a situation where you have to actually, you understand, kill the baby. Alright, to save the woman. Alright? And a situation like that, then is thing like that. But I never seen nothing like that coming up in the scriptures. You know what I mean? But the Lord is the man. Sometimes people have miscarriages. And you know why? You follow? So again, it's just out of being in that corrupt society. The Lord just had to do these things in them. But before, our society was running right. And I'm sure there's always a solution for every situation coming up, as we've seen in the scriptures today. Almost sure about it. You follow? And this is some of the dark sayings and all these parables that we're supposed to be passing on in a situation like this. Like, for instance, I'll give you any one of you sisters and help me out to take about the shop. You know? So that is what the Lord showing to us. But because we're not on top, all kind of different chemical, what do you call it, experiments they try with us with these drugs. That's why they say how much, so much, what do you call it, side effects. Side effects is nausea and what do you call it, and hysteria and all kind of different things. It's just demonic activity these people are, it's just wickedness on the earth. We must come back to our laws. We must come back to our ways, understand our culture, the judgments of the Lord. So these things and then wouldn't run around but in the community. That's how to fix it. Coming back here, under command and General YAHANNA, the man who has the helm to continue to instruct every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American today.
That's right.
Understand? We had Leviticus 21, 18 and 21. Who in that?
We finished with it.
Yeah, verse 22. Go ahead. You read on the 30.
Leviticus 18.
Come back to the same way of thinking. The operation that the Lord gave to us in the first place. Yes, come on. Go ahead.
Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down there too. It is confusion.
What the Lord say? It's okay too. I can try that. What the Lord say?
It is confusion.
It's confusion. You understand? It have a part in the scriptures as well where they kill the animal. The woman that get raped. They don't steal the animal, steal the woman's soul. They destroy the animal. You understand? By doing them nonsense. It's confusion. Go ahead.
So like yourself.
Go ahead.
White women like to lie down with force.
Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead. And all different, that all kind of different things that this as the scripture say, his spirit in him is not upright. So that is the things he does after. He just seek after this. Just as in the history it would say that the height of their passion between the so-called oppressor, the so-called white man, is man-boy love. The United is women for procreation. That is why Italy and them must get wiped out at that time. That is what the full of the article. You understand? And coronavirus must take a place. There is a plague and a punishment from the Lord. Well done. Most I Christ. Give the Lord a hand again for that. Alright? You don't know,
Leviticus 18 verse 24. Defile not you yourself in any of these things. For in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
Right. So all these the other races and what coming down the line, because these same people on the face of the earth today, just as the same punishment that the Lord gave to the children of Israel for disobeying him, attached to us today, this attached to the spirit and prevalent in our communities within all. I can't remember exactly the number, but there's a huge number of cases dying from the flu. Again, not applying hygiene, not applying certain quarantine measures. They want to go at the beach and they bathe. They want to sleep with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But then
all these things now, these so-called sins,
right,
that they committed, punishment, judgment of the you know, is coming now through this coronavirus.
Right.
And the smokers are the ones who are more likely to suffer.
Right.
Or die. And the lungs is attacked. Is there pneumonia?
Right.
That is the end of it.
Exactly. And then what do you do again? Or when that smoker dying, because usually they doesn't care about nobody else but himself. That's why they smoke around people. And the next thing, what they do? Puff, puff. Puff, puff. Pass it on to the next man. And they continue to spread it. You follow? That is why Italy and them other goes to. And any place, you see how Chinese chain smokers? Yeah. Now everybody want to share on the bill of weed and share it now, eh? But you get bright. Yeah, don't worry. Even if they ain't billing it and passing it, it can still happen because the Lord goes send it for disobedience and that. Is it? Go ahead. See? People, yeah, all the people and them, if you know, well, it ain't so bad.
So now they switch from one vice and another.
Right. You see how Americans look? You understand? They're nice on TV. Las Vegas is shut down now. You follow? Sin City. You understand? It's shut down, yeah. You are going like yourself and do all the abomination on the face of the planet. Alright? We reach Officer Shah, give me. Somebody hold the Ecclesiasticus chapter 18.
We on verse 26.
Alright, go ahead. Somebody hold Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 18, verse 31, Babu Shah. Read on.
Leviticus 18, verse 26. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgment, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you.
Right, so anybody that was in the nation and they get raised in the whole country, that is the age of Trinidad, right? I will be considered a stranger in the Commonwealth or in the homeland of my people. Right? So this is what the Bible talking about here with stranger before somebody gets simple and try to add in somebody else. You try to break that down too, because we know it passes them crafty, not tailor. You know what I mean? So you gotta make sure and get the people them that so they go understand as well. Alright, go ahead.
Verse 27. For all these abominations have the men of the land done,
right, which
were before you, and the land is defiled.
The land was defiled. That's why you had to spit them out of the land. If all I had to destroy them with all manner of wickedness, that is all going on today. Right? So the same thing. The same Iraq Zanam was raping sisters and having them doing all manner of evil to pay rent money. And all these different oppressive ways they was doing, all of that they had to get paid for. That is what happening on the face of the planet. And it's righteous, it's just. They get justice on the earth finally. You don't see this every day. You know what I mean? Thanks for that. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 28. That the land spew, not you also, when you defile it, as it is spewed out the nation that will before you.
Right, so just if you don't want to end up in the crosshairs of the Most High Power and have the land spit you out with all the different diseases that would pass on the land, like no way, shape, or form. Read on.
Verse 29. For whosoever shall any of these abominations, even the soul that commit them shall be cut off from among their people.
Read on.
Verse 30. Therefore shall you.
It's lucky, right? So abominations now is nothing now. The Lord saying if you do this, you'll get cut off from among your people because you're not going to carry on that same custom, teaching it so they children can learn wickedness. You understand? So if people learn, that's how they innocently follow after people. Officer Michael? As they innocently follow after vaping and doing them things and them. You see what go with them? Right, dying too as well. So this is the same protection mechanism that you will put in place. They follow after the abominations, then we cut you off, put you outside. So we carry this going on in the nation. You know?
Verse 30. Therefore shall you keep my ordinance.
Ordinance. Right,
that you,
order. Go ahead.
That you commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that you defile not yourself therein. I am the Lord your power.
Right, so the Lord saying, I the man who run things. You know what I'm telling you? This is what you have to do. You follow? So when you say you give out ordinance, you lay down the orders like a statute. Right? I want it done this way, this is how it's supposed to be done, or else you will face the punishment from it. Alright? Jumping on to the same Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 31. And here Again, the Lord bringing back wisdom through our forefathers and to show we these are the things you're not supposed to attach yourself to. So anytime it's seeming like this, double check and see if the scriptures they follow giving you a warning. We done? 18. Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 verse 31, Bible Bishop.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and 31. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her.
Try it again.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her,
Right, go ahead.
she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee.
That malign thee, you understand? So by us smoking, you understand, having sex with whores, doing all these different things, you follow that is, and having pants at the bottom here, black on black crime. You see, that is why they just call we cockroach. That is why they just call we good for nothing. That is why they just call we whores and all these different manner evil. You understand? Thank you, Christian pastor and your black leaders for that. Thank you, leaders and people that set up a trap for you. They follow and not having you with the way you call it, the capability or the mind state to run. You follow your communities and them right. They follow the continue to lie and come against the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, causing schism among our people today. They follow, thank them for that. They keeping back the nation from rising to power. You follow? This is what's going on here. So that is why these other races and them was doing this. Because before what they were saying, give me back the Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 7, I believe it is. So all that, and then you're coming right back to the Ecclesiasticus 18 and they want it, boom, boom. Back to back. Right? Verse 7 here. Verse 7. You might, verse 7 and verse 8. Here what the heathens I used to say before.
Deuteronomy chapter 4.
Yeah, 4 verse 7. Here what the enemies I used to say before.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who had God so near unto them?
Pause right there. So they were saying our enemies, the other races, and they were saying before, what great nation, what great race had God, had the most high power so nigh unto them. Read on.
As the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for.
Right, because we used to listen. So as a good father, he reward you when you call upon him. You follow what it is you need. Right? What it is you would like to get, whatever the case is, he called to make sure that rain, that this, you understand, you're well taken care of. If you're sick, you understand, he'd say, well, I the master would say upon them and there. I will send my blessing. You know what I mean? I will send this. I will send somebody to instruct them. I will send a doctor with the right wisdom to be able to bring them back to speed or put them on track. You understand? Have to have officers to make sure that every situation in the community gets solved. They follow this, what we used to call upon the Lord for and get it. Right? This is what the other races know that before, but because we follow after the wickedness of the world, they follow and go through and get enticed to follow after we lost. Then we end up, you understand, getting punished from the Lord, and this is what they say now. And we don't proceed. What do you used to say?
Verse 8. And what nation is
the Lord that they'll put in place for us? Because they were stunned. I can imagine, I can just picture it. They follow that them doing all kind of manner of garbage and getting punished, right? And we just getting the blessing and they just seeing we shining. They follow for obeying the Lord. Read on.
Which I set before you this day.
Which the Lord set before us this day. You understand? Give me back the Ecclesiasticus 18 plus 31 Bible Bishop. Let me get the contrast up to today. What is it?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 31.
Go ahead.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that
malign thee. You understand? So the so-called white man watch him now. You follow? You understand? Nigga, thing, wet back, speck, all this kind of thing, all kind of bullshit, all kind of big talk you had. Right? But we serve our punishment. 400 years up. You understand? Now it's time for the Lord to deliver us, but we must back all people to come, follow, and join the fight. Join us and the pathway so that the Lord can deliver us. Come and learn what you have to do. Come and learn to be acceptable and clean your soul from all the things that the nation defile us for and defile us with. All the garbage they learned before. You understand? Now is the opportunity now to really and truly see the Lord will really see, understand, in reality then. Because we that was going before and was just going based upon the promise of the Lord. Now you see it actually. That the Lord given, you understand, the justice will stay your enemies and it is a glorious thing. You're going to see that I'll go almost close again. Give me the book of Numbers chapter 11 and verse 1 Babakosha.
Numbers 11 and 1. The book of Numbers, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
And when the people complained, it displeased the Most, and the people cried unto Moses. And when Moses prayed unto the Most High, the fire was quenched.
Right, read on.
And he called the name of the place, because the fire of the Most High burnt among them. And the mixed multitude that were among them fell a lusting. And the children of Israel also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat?
Pause right there, right? So this is an instance again showing before fathers and them was going off by going and complaining to the Most High when he just delivered us. But sometimes what we have to learn is how to keep his spirit really appreciative of things. That is what they're not teaching our people out there. They don't understand what brotherhood is. They don't understand what sisterhood is. They don't understand what you mean to have. You understand? And be. You understand? Be content with the life you have in your lungs. You understand? You don't understand certain things to really appreciate it. The only place you'll find it is under command and general YAHANNA in the UPK. Understand? So your mind wouldn't be strained and going on all kind of evil and wicked things and in that just wasting time. That is what they have you doing nowadays with bacchanal and what you call it, all this confusion. You're there and you're minding people's business and you're all over the place instead of coming and putting in a little bit. Right? In terms of the man, I'm the man now. And the same man who used to make big with, you see as you know, Italian bird. I want you to know the Lord. To survive and thrive as a people is just to honor the Most High. Just to be a pleasing son of God before his eyes. You understand? And they want, and here what they say here, the audacity of all for parents and them. And that's some of we here. Saying that we are eating this thing free. You're back. Yeah, that's not ton of stone building up the big nasty temple and for them to go on sex chair and all kind of orgy and all kind of nastiness in it. If all that's what we are doing in Egypt, free. For free. If all that's what we had to come out of the ways of Babylon had to fall, like fall.
Right.
Let America and them fall, let them crash. Come back to your power, you understand? Them not sustaining you. When the time comes, you will see how much so-called friend there is. And all the nice thing they put on the TV, like they're so welcoming. When they go into deep south and Alabama after dark and they're shooting you and raping you and they despise you so much, but they want to put thing on. You know why? Because we know the Lord, you understand, pleasing. You understand, to see these things in them, and then you go see what's in them protection, you go and summons. So you go along the line, you must send back Christ. Or to kill you and then nothing will come back. You understand? So we are not time, we are not faith. You understand? Alright, we done Baba Kusha.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
And the manna was as coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of bdellium.
We done.
And the people went about and gathered it, and ground it in mills, or beat it in a mortar, and baked it in pans, and made cakes of it.
Right.
And the taste of it was as the taste of fresh oil.
Fresh out the oil, you understand? Thing. All them tortilla and you see in there. That is where that comes.
In the night, the manna fell upon it. Then Moses heard the people weep throughout their families.
A regular man would say, if all going all these people and them, this Lord, spare me from the start, you know? And then I was like Christ saying, let us stop, let us stop past some. Because you see this madness with these people and them, look at madness, you know, when truly. You understand? Look at and cry when America fall like on Samsung Galaxy. The hell with Samsung Galaxy. You understand? The hell with Leak fall like Prada shoes and red bottoms and let them thing go. All them teaching here follow is to be a grateful son and a daughter. Let's destroy them mental. Read on.
Have I conceived all these people? Have I begotten them? That thou shouldest say unto me, carry them in thy bosom, as a nursing father beareth the sucking child, unto the land which thou swearest unto thy fathers.
Paul says, so Charles, explain to them how we feel like Moses was some punk. That's here, Moses talking like a black man. We is the warriors on the face of the earth. We is the champions on the face of the earth. The other races on them just try to copy the flow. Understand? But they don't have that true spirit in it like David. Understand? Because them doing is find out more information. From longest possible time, you're going and run by the Christian church because the saints and them you want to go because you ain't want to do nothing extra. When the extra thing is what's going to build you up for time. Anyway, you understand? Yeah. But they had no defense, they had nothing in place, you understand? And this is what the Christian leaders and the churches and them, they would never say the characteristics of them. You understand? You have instruction from the Lord showing you follow the characteristics of the men you should follow, which is the men here, and the men you would not follow, or you should never follow. That could tell you. But driving on the streets all in America, sometimes by yourself, men with their own trade and them, they're not taken care of. You know what I mean? Don't come and have step here. Here's not the place for that, because you understand, you have to be more careful. You have to make sure you go reach, you know what I mean? You must get paid for that, because that's what you work for. Alright, so we come in and show you how to do what to do, right? Work it. You know what I mean? You have real communities to fix, you have real work to do.
Right.
So that, as the time come out, you know what I mean? And you will get season over time, do you come in and teach it right here? You'll go strong, like how we was before. And we know, you are no tractor. You leave Egypt with no tractor, no, what you call it, no backwards. So you have to come back to the wisdom of your forefathers and them. Alright? We don't have a
Verse 13.
Go ahead.
When should I have flesh to give unto all this people? For they weep unto me, saying, give us flesh that we may eat.
Right.
I am not able to bear all these people alone, because it is too heavy for me.
Are we correct in saying that? Read on, Baba Kusha.
And if thou deal thus with me, kill me, I pray thee, out of thy hand.
Oh gosh, what's that really nigga? Read on.
If I have found favor in thy sight,
Right.
and let me not see my wretchedness.
Understand? Don't come to a place where you have bitterness in your soul. You know what I mean? Don't let me see that not but the Lord deliver you from. You have plenty here. You might need nobody else, but you know what I mean? But we refuse on that.
Right.
And understand, don't come here and feel like, you know, that they come in here just to take something and leave your other people in them in more dire need. And that's kind of garbage. That is not what the Lord requires. The Lord requires now to separate from all the garbage you're doing, because this place going on burning. If all we don't know what ailment nobody gets you have, and they can see the Lord heal men just as he did in the scriptures day before. So don't feel that you do.
Take of the Spirit,
Well,
and I will take of the Spirit which is upon thee, and I will put it upon them.
Right, so the Lord is the man that going on for this way. You see how he's saying, like man, Native American man, Negro man, follow the YAHANNA fear. You know worries about the cases and all of that, and how you gonna make it and what to do, all of that. This is where it is. If all also come, you understand, as the scripture say, without price or without money, everybody cases come and come on generally and high-end soldiers and sisters. Yeah, you know what I mean? So come
Right.
Right, so don't worry about
It, not thyself alone.
Right, so commanding generally, and I'll go kill him and chef's man very here. A very meek man, a very understand, a gracious man, a warrior to the heart, to the core.
People, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, and ye shall eat flesh. For ye have wept in the air, was well with us in Egypt. Therefore, the Most High will give you flesh, and ye shall eat.
You see, Moses telling them, even though you were so disrespectful and you probably should deserve to get worse than Egypt for doing that.